biggest thing is just the absolute one thing that stuck out on film when we visit with our kids is just effort. And it's one of those things where, blame it on anything you want to blame it on. The bottom line is those kids have to live with what they played, their performance that they exhibited the other night. And it's just one of those things where they got to live with that the rest of their lives. And the unique thing about it is that we still got another, we're just about halfway through our season, so we still got more games down the road, and they have nowhere to go but up. And we felt horrible as a staff, and I can't think, especially after watching film with the kids, they felt just as bad. But like I said, it's one of those things where we'll never make excuses for our performance, and we'll just we'll bite our lip, move on, and try to regather and see what happens. Well, I think a little bit of both, to be quite honest with you, Brady. I mean, it's one of those things where we obviously still need to continue to find ways to shore things up defensively and stuff. And we've moved some personnel around. We're still trying to find questions or answer questions and stuff in terms of plugging people in and trying to give us a solid front that we can compete with. And offensively and stuff, like I said, having 3 new faces, 1 in spread and 2 in our 2 tight end personnel stuff. They've got to learn, and the thing about it is that we've thrown a lot on their plate last week, so I think we're going to try to scale back a little bit this week and just really focus on some of those base plays in hopes that they understand what we need done. I know that Willard themselves, they're just a lot bigger, more physical. They're a lot better team than they've been since I've been here. A lot better football team. They're putting a lot better product on the field, and kids seem to play with a lot of confidence, and they do a good job. And in terms of just people that stick out, the one main thing that sticks out is their defensive lineman, the Merrill kid. He's just a phenomenal athlete, very strong, very physical, and does an unbelievable job of controlling the line of scrimmage. He fights through double teams, fights through reach blocks, and then in passing down a distance, he's always upfield and creating havoc for protections and stuff, and does a good job. And then, like I said, they've got a good surrounding cast. They've got some good linebackers, and they've got a good secondary that doesn't let them get by them deep. And so we definitely got our hands full, and we have to play well. Keys of victory is 48 minutes of effort is what it's going to take, which is something we didn't do very well the other night. And our biggest thing is we dropped a touchdown pass and had another wide open receiver that we typically hit most of the time, and so we got to be able to take advantage of the plays that are given to us and execute, especially on plays that can be big home run plays for us. And then the other thing, basically offensively, is just establishing the line of scrimmage. They do a good job in the trenches. We didn't do a very good job of it last week, and we've got to get better this week and shore that up. And if we do that and control the line of scrimmage, can move the ball a little bit, then we like our chances of competing with them. And then, of course, special teams always. Our kickoff team has got to get a little bit better than what they did last week. You can't give any type of team field position in midfield. Any average team can go 50 yards on the score on you, and we can't afford to do that. And with what they have to do, potential, they got some big play threats with their running back and wing back, and we got to be able to keep them in check and keep them, hopefully, keep them at bay and do what we can do.